Hello and welcome to another installment of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of March 4th, 2015. So let's get right into it. So first up on my pull list is Aquaman and the Others, number 11. I believe this is the last issue of Aquaman and the Others, since we are going to be getting into Convergence pretty soon. So yeah, so last issue of Aquaman and Others, I believe. It's been a good run. I've enjoyed it, so sad to see it go, but yeah, happens sometimes. Next up, we have Batman Eternal, number 48. I'm again slightly behind due to not being able to read for a week, so I'm piling up these Batman Eternals towards the end of it. So hopefully I'll get caught up within the next week or so. Then next up we have Detective Comics number 40. I've been enjoying it for the most part. I'm not too big of a fan of Manipul's artwork style on it. It is a good book, but again, I think his art style doesn't necessarily fit it the best. But it's still good. Next up, we have Earth 2, number 32. Loving the Earth 2 stuff. Can't wait to see what happens with Earth 2, with what's going on in World's End. And so yeah, we'll see. But Earth 2, number 32 is out. Next up we have Earth 2 World's End, number 22. Again, I'm behind on my weekly books. Again, just so much going on. Not enough time to read. So stacking them up a little bit and hopefully going to get through them soon. Next up we have Harley Quinn, number 15. Harley Quinn, this is delayed. It was supposed to come out last month. Yeah, don't know what's going on with that. But Harley seems to ship so much per month that I don't really know if this is behind. The only reason I know is behind is for something that I'm going to bring up later. But yeah, Harley Quinn 15. Next up we have Hinterkind, number 16. Really like Hinterkind. It's just kind of a nice, different type of book from Vertigo. Really enjoying the just lore that's being established in the book and kind of following different characters and seeing where everything goes. But yeah, Hinterkind number 16. Next up we have a Valiant book, Imperium number 2. I'm for the most part enjoying most of Valiant's line. I'm not getting all of Valiant's line anymore. Some of them just have not hit the mark, so we'll see how that goes. But Imperium number 2. Then next up we have Grant Morrison's Nameless number 2. Read the first one, confused me to no end, so I'm going to read number 2, and hopefully I'm less confused, but we'll see. Then from the Nameless to the Names, this is 7 of 9. This is Peter Milligan's book. Very interesting title. I enjoy it. It's a different type of book. It's a very kind of 1%. Kind of has a little what is the word I'm looking for? Kind of has a message behind it. Even though it's kind of dealing with kind of people that in power have money and they'll do anything not to be exposed. So we'll see. But been enjoying it so far. So we'll see where it goes. Then next up we have the New 52 Futures End at number 44. If you didn't catch it from the 2 previous weekly titles, I'm a little bit behind, so I'll get caught up with this one as well. We'll see. But the New 52 Futures End, number 44. Next up is a title I really enjoy, and it'll probably be at the bottom of my stack because I saved the good stuff for last. Saga number 26 is out, so for you Saga fans that have been, oh, where's the next issue? Here it is. It's out this week. So, really great title. Highly recommend, if you haven't checked this out, to check it out. Just an overall really good book. This is the saddest book, not sad for me, book on the pull list this week. It is the last and final issue of Swamp Thing by Charles Soule. Swamp Thing 40. This one I actually have to turn. So, Charles Soule's done an amazing job on Swamp Thing. And the art has been fantastic. I'm really bummed that this title is ending. I'm curious to see how it ends. But just overall, a really, really solid title from DC, from the New 52. So, sad to see it go, but all good things must come to an end, they say. So we'll see. We'll see if it's strong. It's a strong ending and to a really, really great series. Then last on my pull list is X-O Manowar number 34. Really enjoying the X-O Manowar titles. Just an overall great title. If you have not checked it out, I do recommend going and picking up some trades and reading up and getting caught up. But really, really good, solid stuff. So, I mentioned the Harley Quinn book issue 15 was delayed from last month, which means that it's a Harley Quinn variant month title. So you can pick up your Harley Quinn variant at your shop today. Yeah, so for those of you who ordered Harley Quinn variants from Comics Conspiracy, they will still be delayed because we are waiting on the last and final Harley Quinn variant, which is Superman, which doesn't look like it's going to ship for another 2 weeks. So please bear with us. Sorry for the inconvenience. But yeah, so another Harley Quinn will pop up probably here later on in the month. This month actually marks DC's movie poster month. These are the variants that are homage covers to famous movie posters. A couple of the titles that have them this week, I believe, are Detective, Grayson, and Green Lantern. I know the Green Lantern one is 2001: A Space Odyssey. We actually we sold out of all of our sets. So we sold out of all of our copies because we sold 10 sets. So Ryan's trying to get some more back in. So if I do end up picking up a couple of those, I'll feature them on here. But I didn't actually get any this week because we didn't have any for the shelf. So yeah, we'll see. But if you're a really, really good, like a movie buff, you should have pre-ordered. If not, you can pick and choose, but you can probably find a lot of those images online. I wish I had time to actually get them for you and put them in here, but I'm not that sophisticated yet, so bear with me. So that was my pull list. All the titles that I am bringing home for my collection. Nice little stack of books here. It's 14 titles. 14! I read a lot of comic books, let me tell you. I read it for myself and for you, okay? This is for you guys out there. So I'm knowledgeable on things. But this is the read list. These are the titles that I'm not picking up for my collection, but I'm actually going to read. First up on there is Black Science number 12. I don't remember if I read 11. Remender's Black Science has been okay. It's not grabbed me like it's grabbed a lot of people, but I can see the appeal. So, Black Science 12. Next up is a title that Toby was actually really, really excited about, and I picked it up. It may end up on my pull list, I'm not sure, but I wanted to check it out first. It's from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. It's called Descender number 1 from Image. Curious to see what this book is about. We'll see if it jumps to my pull list. But I like Jeff Lemire, and I love Dustin Nguyen's artwork, so I don't know. How can it go wrong? We'll see. So, yeah. The next up, we have Grayson number 8. This is the regular cover for Grayson. Again, Grayson has... I see the appeal behind Grayson. I enjoy it for what it is and what it wants to be, but I don't think it's actually had a solid enough story in 8 issues or 9 issues, I don't know, because they had that weird Futures End thing. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a really, really solid book. So maybe it's still finding its footing, but we'll see. Then next up we have Green Arrow number 40. If you can't tell, Batman joins the ranks of Green Arrow and helping out with taking care of his city. So we'll see what happens in issue 40. Next up, Green Lantern number 40. Green Lantern No More. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Lantern titles have suffered lately. I know most of them, majority of them are canceled, so take a shot. This is the last month for that stuff. But Green Lantern will continue after Convergence, so we'll see kind of where this ends up before Convergence. Next up, we have a new #1 from Marvel, which is Guardians Team Up, which kind of is funny to me because Guardians of the Galaxy already seems like it's Guardians plus an Avenger, or Guardians and the X-Men, or Guardians and some random character. So, Guardians Team Up. We'll see. Next up, Rocket Raccoon #9. I jumped back on to Rocket Raccoon. The first story arc just didn't grab me. I enjoyed the next story, so we'll see where this one. It's another shot. This one takes us. Hopefully, it's a good one. We'll see. And then the other big #1 from Marvel this week is Princess Leia #1. Star Wars Princess Leia. I'm putting it under Star Wars Princess Leia, but I believe you can just call it Princess Leia. Mark Waid's writing. It looks like Dodson is doing the artwork. I flipped through the art, the book a little bit, and the art, it seems a little not as solid as a lot of Dodson artwork has been in the past. So we'll see if third shot. You should be drunk by now. Sorry, it's very, very late. So Princess Leia, gonna check it out. There was a couple titles that I was not able to pick up due to the fact that we didn't get very many copies. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to read them next week. Of those, they were Big Man Plans, #1 of 4 from Image. New #1 from Image, so looked kind of interesting. So if I get a chance to check it out, I'll check it out. And then Dayman #6. For those of you who know, I like Dayman. It's really, really good. Doesn't come out on a consistent basis. The last issue was actually in November of last year. But the creators have been very, very open with the fact that they're not going to release a title every month. So, Dayman #6. So, hopefully I get a chance to read that. And last on my my read list that I did get a chance to grab was Wolf Moon 4 of 6. Wolf Moon's been pretty interesting. It's an interesting take on werewolves and people who hunt them, or in this case, one person who hunts them. So we'll see if I get a chance to continue with that. There was a trade of note that came out this week, Birthright Volume 1. Homecoming is the name of that trade. That came out this week. I highly, highly recommend Birthright. It is an amazing series. So if you haven't yet checked it out, the first trade is out for you to pick up. And you should get down to your local shop and pick that up because it's just really, really good. And I know, I said pick up a lot just then. So that's it for the pull list. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, so on and so forth. All that wonderful, wonderful stuff I'm supposed to say because I have a YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also check out my blog, which is conspiratobrock.com. Mainly, I've just been posting my pull lists up there. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to get some other content up on there. I did record a video for the Zatanna statue that's behind me. I opened it on a video and I recorded that actually last week, but I have not yet had a chance to get it up and processed and put up. But hopefully, you'll get to see the unboxing of Zatanna soon. And if that does fairly well, then most likely my next one will be that nice poison ivy right there. So. Yeah, so again, thank you for watching. Please, subscribe, like, share, so on and so forth. Spread the word that there's this, red bearded guy telling you what he picks up every week for comic books. And, yeah. So, what else? Oh, yeah. You can check me out on the Comic Conspiracy podcast. Record every week. We're actually changing our recording schedule. We are no longer going to be recording on Mondays due to scheduling conflicts with the Geekbox and Comedy Button. So we are actually going to be recording on Tuesdays, which works out a little bit better for us because now we can actually talk about new comic books that are coming out on Wednesday on the podcast, so you can listen to that and kind of have some up-to-date news on stuff that's just coming out. And a lot of times it seems like news for comic books drops on Monday night while we're actually recording, so this time we'll actually kind of be a little ahead of the game instead of waiting a week to talk about stuff. So yeah, so starting so starting March 10th, we will be recording on Tuesday nights. So you will no longer get your podcast on Monday night, Tuesday morning. You'll be getting it Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. So But you can help support the Comic Conspiracy podcast and myself a little bit by helping out with our Patreon. It's the www.patreon.com/Comic Conspiracy. You can donate as little as $1 a month, and that helps us basically pay for hosting, all that stuff, and gets us a little extra so we can have stuff to talk about and read and all that stuff. So we do appreciate it. We thank you to all the patrons out there. To all of my fairly regular YouTube commenters, thanks for the comments. Please keep them coming. I try to check in on those as much as possible. So it is getting late. I need to go to bed. I am beat tired. If you haven't noticed by the amount of shots you've had to drink, because I've slightly yawned on this recording. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week.